A low hum rolled through the valley, deep and steady, like thunder trapped in a tunnel. No one noticed at first, not with the tavern lights still glowing and the lake reflecting the quiet shimmer of street lamps. It was July in Lac-Mégantic, Quebec, warm, still, a Saturday night winding into silence. Inside the Musée Café, the last drinks of the evening were being poured. Laughter broke the hush in the narrow streets. Somewhere nearby, a screen door creaked open, and then the wind shifted. The hum became a scream, a high, grinding pitch that didn't belong, and down the hill, through the trees, something huge was coming. There were no voices in the cab, no hands at the controls, just a freight train, unmanned and accelerating, cutting through the dark at 65 miles an hour. 72 tankers filled with volatile crude oil raced toward a sleeping town. The first blast came at 1:14 a.m. Light ripped through the downtown like a blade. Buildings buckled inward. The air caught fire. And then came the sound, so loud it flattened walls. A fireball rose higher than the rooftops, tearing open the quiet and painting the sky in blood-orange light. Heat rushed out in a wave, so fast the streets lit up before anyone had time to run. And then the second tanker exploded, and the third, and the fourth. Each blast punched into the sky, folding glass and timber into a single roaring column of flame. The music stopped. The cafe vanished. The heat reached the sidewalks on the far side of town. The air turned thick with black smoke and the stench of something chemical and final. People ran, some barefoot, some in pajamas, some with children in their arms, faces already slicked with ash and sweat. Power lines snapped, trees caught fire, sirens wailed, then stopped, drowned beneath the groan of buckling metal. The tankers kept bursting, 15 in total. Flames leapt into the sky, and for nearly 2 full days they didn't come down. Entire blocks were flattened, 30 buildings burned, foundations turned to steam, and inside the rubble, the voices fell silent. By the time the last fire went out, downtown was gone. 47 people had died. Some were vaporized instantly. Others were found later, their hands still covering their faces. The remains were blackened beyond recognition. Several victims were never found at all. The center of Lac-Mégantic had been erased, not collapsed, obliterated. The train had been parked for the night in a town called Nantes, just 7 miles away. A single engineer had been responsible. He set the handbrakes and walked to a motel. He didn't know one of the locomotives would catch fire. He didn't know firefighters would shut off the engine to extinguish the flames, cutting power to the air brakes. Without pressure, the brakes released, and gravity did the rest. The train rolled downhill, gathering speed in the dark, unnoticed and unstoppable. There were no derail safeguards, no warning systems, no second crew member to double-check the brakes, no barricade. And it wasn't just the speed, it was the cargo. The oil was highly volatile, misclassified on paper. The tankers were DOT 111 models, long known to rupture on impact, yet still widely used. Regulators had flagged them, investigators had warned. Nothing changed, because change meant cost. The railway had been running lean for years, cutting corners, downsizing crews, delaying maintenance. Every shortcut saved money. Every risk was shrugged off. The warning signs were not subtle. They were standard. After the fire, the company folded. Executives offered condolences. No one served a day in prison. 3 workers were charged. All were acquitted. The system failed exactly as it was built to. Today, there's a quiet park where the Musée Café once stood. Trees have returned. New storefronts line the edge of the rebuilt downtown. But beneath the bricks, the fire still sleeps. There's no sound at night, no trace of the hum that came before the blast. But if you walk the tracks alone, past the bend where the lights once curved, you can still feel it, the absence, the pressure, the moment it all let go. Lac-Mégantic wasn't destroyed by fire. It was destroyed by permission. Thank you for listening to Road to Ruins. Subscribe for more true stories where systems fail and people pay the price.